True. What am I getting myself into? I'll actually see if this works or if I gotta relog.
I cannot do this yet.
I also have to remember the strat, which seemed to be working pretty well. Just a little bit different than how I played Ground Slam before. Chat's not loading, give me a sec. Tools. View chat. Where you at? Docs chat. All right. There we go. Both are up. All right, we're good. Yeah, I'm just gonna play for a bit, stream a bit, see if anybody hops in, asks questions. Otherwise, we're just gonna go from probably white to yellow. I really just need some XP, put a bunch of nodes into health, and then get some more max life on my gear right now. But yeah, I think this is my best thought out slam build in a long time. I don't know how it's gonna go. I should have actually... Oh, fuck. I need to check the price of 4th Vow and see if it's going up or not. But if it is, I might buy it early and then wait to use it. If it isn't, then I'll just chill out and not worry about it. 4th Vow. It's staying around the same, so I'm not too stressed right now. Plan is to go into Breach. What is this? 6%. Alright, so this wheel is actually kind of wasted. Unless I go down here first, maybe. A 40% straight up. So we might stop at this this node and just move up to these. Yeah. We'll just keep going straight. We don't need to focus on Chile or any of that shit yet.
That's the trail.
Yeah. We'll take the uniques when I can get them. Yeah, game plan for this league is hopefully build out a slam character that's not just something that I do, but other people can do. It is one of the most kind of polarizing versions of it, where your attack takes probably 2 seconds. If you were really trying, you could get it lower. But there are mechanics that I haven't seen too many people talk about that let it kind of... you can cross, even though your attack speed normally is as high as that, like you can get it way lower by just standing in the middle of packs. Sick. Alright, cool. I just need phasing. I need to find a way to get perma-phasing. And then we also need to figure out how to get, go away from leech. Because currently I don't attack fast enough to have, like, consistent leech up, I don't think. And also I need to stop attacking, just white mobs. currently testing dash as travel skill. I might actually swap to phase run for the phasing. Yeah, okay. The playstyle I really need to lock in, which is when you see a pack of enemies, run through them instead of just walking up and from a distance kind of annihilating them, which is my normal go-to. But yeah, some combo of permaphasing. I don't know if it's just a quartz flask with, you know, auto use on end of effect or whatever, but like here, run through, auto attack, everything's dead. Like, me dying there is a lack of like getting comfortable with the playstyle, but it should be like really, it feels really smooth already. Like the damage is insane. We could do red maps, I'm almost positive, with our damage right now. Ruin finding. I'm not the biggest fan of Expedition. We take the big bomb Expedition node because of that. But, I mean, everybody talks it up. There's a lot. I'm just going to focus on Breach early. Breach scarabs look pretty fun. Yeah. Do unique maps get... They don't get the graveyard. So I really am just dying to cold. And we're maxed out on cold res right now, but just Berserker 10% more maybe. And then our 3k life cap. Bruh? Hello? But this definitely feels more like a non-PoE playstyle. Or at least I've never played PoE like this. Where I'm focused more on like where I'm positioning my character and shit. But I basically tested this league, or this build last league. I played like maybe a month after launch. So I wasn't rushing, I got to build whatever I needed like ASAP. I got some like disgusting charms that sold for like 20 div and shit like that. This is the first league I've league started with it, and it's already maybe my favorite league start in a while. Yeah, I don't think PoE has it, but if there's any kind of backstab mechanic, I feel like this build would be disgusting for it. I also just realized we have an open, we got an open spell slot. I don't know what I'm gonna put there. I can maybe swap Berserk off of cast when damage taken and just use it anytime we dive in. Map completion, all that shit. Keep doing Kirk until we run out. We have 3. Yeah, been having a lot of fun bouncing around games. Next, what, Thursday, I think, the new season of Discovery comes out, Phase 3. I'm really not ready for it mentally, but it'll probably be pretty fun. Plunderstorm had been a good time, but definitely was feeling PoE since last Epoch came out. I put a few hours into that, but just, it didn't have the same kind of the combat, I guess. And I probably could have found a build that worked in the same way, but it's just so much work to find something that you actually like playing. While leveling, I've kind of been ignoring Abyss because I just did so much fucking Abyss last league. Normally it's my go-to, but I just got sick of it. So swapping it up, and hopefully Breach isn't going to be that bad. I also need to get into the habit of not using War Chief before I slam, once we get into our Impale zone. The whole goal is for our first hit to apply Impale, which I actually just realized we have. I started getting points into Impale, but we don't have Impaler. So let me go allocate that real quick. Yeah, kind of like this idea of making my character no travel skill or just phase run, and then like decently high move speed, and then I just group shit up, you know, walk it around, and then one shot everything. Again, biggest issue right now is obviously freeze/chill immunity, which if that's the case, I need to swap my Pantheon. Nasser, Sumpter. Eventually we'll get there. Bleed was fucking us up for a bit, and then I allocated the Warcry node, and I haven't even touched it since. Keep going. Oh shit! I forgot to buy in between, and we don't even have enough shit to buy. Okay. New league mechanic seems a little overwhelming. I'll wait for smarter people to figure out like the real nasty combos, but I think for now it's just a little bit harder maps, a little bit more rewards. Yeah, it's my regen right now is actually a problem, and it wasn't something that when looking at like setting the build up I thought about. But anytime I slam, essentially the leech takes us back up to full, but it doesn't stick around, and it takes super long for us to slam again, so I gotta get just default regen. Spaced out. Forgot where it was for a sec. I was in the PoE zone, dude. How did I miss this? Did we already clear it? Spider's in the top left here, but I must have one-shot it, right? Did I just leave it behind? I wish there was an easy way to check if you cleared the map. I guess I could just pull up the map. That spider dead as fuck. Right. We do have this yellow. I don't know if I want to do it. Give it a go. The trailers for this league and everything leading up to it felt like, you know, there's a good amount of leagues where you look at it and you think, damn, that looks like a lot of changes. The whole game's going to feel different. Base type, nice. And then you get into the league after that and you're like, oh, I got baited as basically PoE. Just exactly as it was before, but just like a little tweak. I don't know what I'm going to think of this league. I can't really tell just because the league content itself feels more like that. I thought it was going to matter more, but just trade SSF, you could just buy items, so this idea of like building up a bunch of corpses in your graveyard and then crafting one big item, it isn't as relevant early. But all the endgame changes, I haven't read, I don't know yet, I don't really know exactly what's going on, but like T17 maps I think should be pretty fun. Yeah, I wish for slams there was a way for you to deal with basically some kind of buff on your character that causes only slams to cause impales. Because right now as it is, it's tough to use like most of the melee skills that you're familiar with. Like leap slam is going to be a no. If I want to do the war chief totem, right? Like I'd have to place it like away from me and carry the buff with me instead of allowing it to hit. And like you can place a totem, go for a slam, and then your totem actually attacks before your slam goes off. Pretty annoying. I'm gonna go for a Maven. Do we want to go up first or down? Let's go down first. I'm gonna do Maven Witness this league. Try that out on start instead of Eater or Searing. What's our impale chance at? We're at 82. You can get 10%. I think it's gloves that we're missing it on. So for now, I'm just going to leave it. Or I could pick up old, what is it? Ancient One's tentacles, I think. But that's going to be more for later when we actually need extra damage. Right now we don't need shit. Map, there's still a T2 we don't have. Let's do a few T1s. Let's do Crimson. Is that Fizz Reflect? Yeah, fuck you. PoE. The only thing we have to look out for is immunity to fizz in this early game. It looks fine, I'm just gonna pop it. We got the one massive explosion. Instantly making our slam attack, what, fucking 100% faster? Maybe? Who knows? But Expedition single bomb with this build is sick. Breach pretty sick too. We'll see what I end up focusing on if I actually stick it out. Last league was like the highest fucking econ league in a long time. And it was the league I kind of skipped. But even when I started playing and tried doing the MF stuff, I just wasn't like super engaged. So I think the changes to T17 and changes to Ubers are hopefully going to keep me interested. Slam build though, normally on League Start, Echoes of Creation drops from Shaper. Currently it's just dropping from Uber Shaper, and the price is like pretty jacked up for this early in the league. So we'll see how long it takes for that to go down, but I don't think too many people are going to be playing slams. My original goal was going to be to do Corrupt and Cry. I still might pivot if my hands start hurting. And if I check the price of Warcry tattoos and they're like decent. We might end up doing that. And I was looking at going Berserker. Not Berserker, Juggernaut. So I think Juggernaut Corrupt and Cry would be really tanky. And then you don't even really lose out much coming from... God damn it. Oof. Coming from Champion. Just thinking about like Fortify. And how Fortify is only on hits, but like most of the time when you're dying on that build, it's the degens. So if you just go 4th Vow, Juggernaut, Corrupt and Cry, I think you're going to be in a real strong spot. Just the high end of the build got nerfed, so wasn't as appealing as just going Slam, which I know has a decent endgame. Holy shit. We really got to deal with Chill and Freeze. We're not looking for Pier. It's a lot of armor. Thought about doing just popping Scarabs early. Definitely did not land on that yet. Need T6 for... Alright. Bum, bum, bum. Let's go like that. I haven't tried phase run enough to know if the ability part of it where like mobs ignore you a bit more is actually perfect for my builds or if it's worse. Because I think the ability to have the mobs see me, have me run past it, and then they kind of cast where I was is actually way better than me showing up behind them and then them casting as soon as I pop out. That's the current thought. Yeah, I do want to get into a more comfy situation defense-wise. And we can definitely swap as much damage as we can right now because we're just one-shotting everything still. I just started to run out of regrets and shit like that, and I'm not gonna actually spend anything on it right now. That's 100% fizz damage. We're just gonna do the top half here. Those whirlwinds scare me. Also, we're dropping frames. Holy shit. 100% fizz reduction is pretty bad for us. Actually kind of looks like block. Yeah. Currently running, what do you call it? Can't crit, can't be evaded. Are these? Did not realize these were fractured. Can I not leech? Is that what's happening? Another thing that I haven't dealt with yet. Fucking mana. Ooh, we T3 life fractured. Could be good this early, not sure. Necro fractured +2 to minions? Skill gems? No shot. I'll probably make a... I'm gonna take a break after this one and then go to the graveyard, see what we got. Live the dream that we can actually craft something better than we could buy. Having all these scarabs drop is kind of interesting. Because it's taking the powers that used to exist in Sextants, which you wouldn't get until like way later in the game. Or you wouldn't really like focus on them until later in the game. And it just kind of front loads everything. So I definitely feel like they made a good change with this shit, but the weightings and how expensive all of it's going to be is, you know, we don't know yet. One-shotting map bosses is so fucking funny to me. Keep that around. Alright, let's go graveyard. That's the wrong one. Necropolis. And with that, kind of want to go Amulet. Let's make an Ami. These I'm just holding on to. I literally don't know. I think you need like a family of them. I don't really... I'll figure it out later. Fire mod sucks. Lightning mod probably sucks. Base type. Keeping them base type with the highest level requirement. Sure. Armor items. Alright, we're not doing armor. We do want a bunch of life. Chance of I don't know what that means. I don't know chance of suffix versus just having everything on there. Let's get attribute. Do I want attribute on it? Yeah, let's do that. Quality up Miami. Nah, we'll save those. Defense, no go. This, I guess, would guarantee... Let's go resistance as well. An attack? Crits? We don't have any crits. Good enough, whatever. Fuck around, find out. I just wanted to get some corpses out of here as well. The chances that it's better than Heart Carnage, whatever. Undertaker kind of fucking fire, though. Okay. Good life. We got life leech, fire res T3, dex and ints and all. I mean, this is pretty basic. This is basically Carnage chart, but better. We'll see if I actually need any of the res on it. Nope. And we don't need any of the attributes, so I'll take it. Because it pumps our life up. Like, how much is that? 2 hundo? 120. And then we might actually anoint, finally. That was pretty cool. We actually made something that we're going to use. During campaign, I actually did that once and then immediately dropped a better item. Which kind of felt bad, but still cool to see. Alright, give me a sec. It's been a while since I've tried this, but I might actually do try some like voiceover stuff while we're here for a potential video instead of recording later. Goal would be to show off the playstyle. I kind of want to get phase run going. To me, it is a little annoying that the duration is so low unless you eat your fucking frenzy charges, and we don't have a clean way. Like I need mob mentality, which I guess mob mentality is defense. So if we get 7 points straight into a medium cluster, let me actually check. Mob mentality, number of passives. 30. That is not worth it. Fuck that. Get it eventually. Yeah, we'll wait on phase run. Just some way to make it more consistent. How the boys doing? Centricate. He's in cemetery. He hit the maps. Dizzik is crushing it. Oh wait, we were trying to get dunes. What's it actually connected to? Desert Spring. That's one we need to do more of. Only got one. Let's max this tier 1 map out. When it comes to how exactly, let's see. Already this feels like where I got my build to last league. There's like pretty standard progression from where you start to where we're going. You can go from just your rare campaign item into a Tidebreaker. After Tidebreaker, you can get a Morel Hierarchy, which even though they're like T0 drops, they're like super cheap. The one I bought early in the league, obviously not cheap, but picked it up for 30 chaos. And we already got that, right? So we got that going into like yellow maps. But you can take that like basically as far into the end game as you possibly can. The end game, if you want to go for maximum damage, is to swap off of Resolute Technique. And you're going to end up going crit with a staff. It's going to be rare staff. I was testing Arn's Anguish and maybe using a +1 endurance charge, +1 power charge staff. Combos pretty well with the builds, but you end up... Oh. We always slamming. This is the most slam I've ever done. All the other slam builds were fake slam builds. This is true. Oh god. Nice. Nope, not nice. Let me live. Definitely need the 4th vow plus timeless ASAP. Yeah, most people would. But the play is to get into a pack and then attack faster, and then it's all good. I don't know. I feel like I could sell people on this. That's not the goal. But I know there are players out there that don't want just to like left click, like flicker strike style. And I just need to make an actual build that isn't just half baked. Most of the shit I've done before hasn't been build guides. It's been more about just kind of showing off essentially a playstyle that I actually enjoy. When it came to slams in the past, it was more of a like mixed attack speed approach where I wasn't going for like as fast as possible, but more of just a keep the attack speed up so you can leap slam everywhere. Keep the attack speed up so that when you actually use your slam, you're not locked in place for like 2 seconds. But I've kind of moved away from that. That playstyle like kind of fucks with my wrist a bunch. So we're going towards, you know, we had a sabbatical. We did some Righteous Fire. I did Corrupt and Cry, which is one of the most fun. Like I didn't make the builds really. You know, you can use inspiration from other similar builds. So even though like nobody had ever played it before, new gem, the league it came out, I did a little copy paste on the Corrupting Fever champion, so you can kind of swap the build skill gem out, make it work. That was a lot of fun, but played very similar to Righteous Fire. You're just running around, everything's dying around you. And then League, after they removed, you know, tattoos until this league. So eventually we might go back to that, but in between, in the meantime, I just wanted to try Morohi Urki out, and I discovered the fucking mastery that makes it so that you can actually play it. This kind of shit though is actually going to be a problem. I'm going to need to figure out a way for my action speed not to go lower than base, because it's a fucking nightmare to deal with, and I know that that exists in Delirium, and I was going to take Delirium mirrors in my early Atlas. Super annoying. We did not get the maps we need. Where was I gonna go? So one thought I had was actually just removing these. How many is it? It's 9 nodes that we don't need. We are not up to 9 refund points yet, and we'd actually need... Let me actually just connect it. There we go. Okay, so now we can, once we get up to 9, I can pull all these off. We're going to add that over there and then just kind of put these points back into life. I don't think I'm attacking fast enough for these cooldowns to be doing anything. So let me actually just start taking it out. Hopefully we don't need this int. Nice. And then I'm going to put more into life if possible. We always have this node, this little wheel for max res, but I think we don't need it. I might just add in extra points around the life at the moment. Undecided. Don't need accuracy yet. I feel like I was missing something. I mean, we could go up and get more if we really want to. I mean, I could get endurance charges as well. I don't think it's worth yet. Jewels would be good, but once again, 2 points, and if I get a 7% max, it's better than just putting it in these. But right now we got 7 points. I might actually just put it in all life and just see how this feels. I think we got one more here, and that will do it. Want to see if I'm missing any. Eventually, I think we're giving up these nodes, which means we could go for automatic crush with maces. I could go for the chance to remove all impales. I don't know if we have to deal with that yet. This is the node I keep talking about. Attack mastery. You can basically, if you have 20 enemies nearby, you have 100% increased attack speed. Makes the build playable. Without it, I think you'd lose your mind. I think we're just going to go towards a jewel slot for now. Or I could put it here and go for the triple damage. The damage against rares and uniques is actually really strong, and then the slower attack speed is really strong too, but I don't really care at the moment. Where damage is not more important. Again, a little annoying that we didn't get Dune. Check if he's got one. No, go back down to... Wait, why are these all map tier 5? Bruh, come on. Sure. It is weird that Keurig missions don't get the league mechanic. I guess that makes sense, but it was just something I didn't think about, and we're locked into... Oh my fucking god. We're locked into Keurig on our Atlas wheel. Which is decent for early mapping, trying to fill out your Atlas, but those points are probably wasted later. Alright, so with that change, I mean, we got like 500 life. If we keep going and get actually more life on our gear, we'll probably go up above 4K. Pretty important. We still do eventually just want to get freeze, chill immunity, but for now, just having a higher base health pool is gonna help. So we chunked that dude straight through his molten shell. I was wondering why certain things weren't dying in one hit, and that's probably it. Currently we're dying to poison, which again, all of these Marauder builds, that's their biggest issue. Just degens. We were going the wrong way, but it's fine. Clear the whole map. There's a good amount of nodes incentivizing you to go full clear maps this league. So I think that's what I'll end up doing. But yeah, I don't know when I'm going to stop one-shotting everything on screen. And then we don't even have echoes yet, so we got another 45% damage molt waiting. I really wish the phase run damage would actually work with slams. And I'm kind of sad it doesn't. It feels like it's almost like perfect for it. Early league, I never know what uniques are like decent or not. Promenade. Could do it. Yes, sir. Dropped armor has a 25% chance to be converted to a chromatic. Yes, please. Also currently running, is there another defensive aura maybe? I haven't actually, hey, how's it going, Tess? I haven't actually looked at changing the aura setup too much, but I don't think we can run Herald of Purity if we're going for the Impale focus part of our builds, because they'll just be proccing like really shitty Impales. Oh, we need fucking Impaler, that's what we need. League launched yesterday. Played a good amount yesterday, and I did something for the first time that I'm gonna do moving forward every fucking time, which is when you're going through the campaign on League Start. Multiple times in the past, I've done like, oh, play as much as you can until you're fucking sick of it, and then take the break. Yesterday, I did take a break after every act, and it was just so much better. Like, there were times in the past where I was just fucking dead at the end of like running like acts 1 through 8, and I just wanted to die. And this time around, it was a breeze. I enjoyed every part of it. Every act was great. It was fun. It was fun to do. That's for sure. And then we got really lucky with a single early divine drop, and that kind of turns into just getting the build up and running. So I think we're already ready for red maps. From a damage wise, you know, we can do the deeps, but we would definitely be dying. For the defenses, I need some like, I need to figure out my regen. I need to figure out my life, which is just getting better gear. And then I kind of want to go into a specific unique, but that's gonna, everything's too costly right now. Not worth my time. Oh, yeah. How you been, dude? What you been up to? You been gaming? I've been on a just watching GTA RP streamers binge. Nice. I think that's good. That's better than not hanging in at all. But yeah, early on, I was like tweaking my build a bit, and I made a few changes that was supposed to make my character tankier. And I started a map, and I did make maybe 3 or 4 maps, and I was like really struggling, and I was like, what the fuck happened? And then I pulled up my tree, and I realized I removed my stun immunity, and I was just getting chain stunned in maps. Like, what the fuck? But since then, we've had no problem. We're just chugging along, leveling real consistently. And I think it'll only get easier. I do need to double check if we're gonna go like vitality and life regen and just completely ignore leech. And that would kind of go hand in hand with maybe endurance stacking. But a little unsure. Oh yeah, I could maybe do that, guarantee myself. Let's go do Uber Lab. Sounds like a fun time. I'll do Uber Lab and then I'll take another little break. Definitely something I want to focus on when playing this game. Instead of just going endless, taking breaks in between, even just to do like check if I can like buy some gear or whatever. It's definitely the way to go. Not just for like wrist health, but just also like mental. The GGG flew out a bunch of streamers, or I think they maybe flew some people out, but they hosted an event in LA. So they went all the way from New Zealand to LA just to get like a central point for most of the people who stream their game. Brought them all in and then showed off PoE 2. And yeah, that game looks fucking sweet. And it looks very different. Or, okay. Like visually, it probably looks identical to like PoE. Like maybe a bit better for like the layman who doesn't play. But still, you know, top down. your little dude running around killing shit. But no, holy shit, the gameplay is like way slower. So if I post this build or like do any videos on the build that I'm currently playing, that's the meme I'm gonna go for. Prepare for PoE 2 with this slow ass slam build. And then yeah, so we swapped off of Warcry cooldown, and I don't think I've even noticed. The goal really isn't to like consistently be attacking. But what that means then is that the PoE DPS is probably totally fucking off then. If I'm not doing an exact rotation, I'm guessing all my damage is like way higher than it should be. But when it comes to mapping, I don't think that matters at all. It's just going to be my expectations for like how bossing is going to go. The unknown there being like how often am I going to stun? Because stunning bosses actually really fucks things up for people. What do we get frozen by? This thing? Oh, temporal chains into freeze. Gotcha. Oh, no, no, come on, come on, come on. You might die. Oh. This doesn't need to be that big of a struggle. And yet it is. How do I get into the center there? Gotta go back. I now know why I don't do these trials ever. Before these were mandatory, you had to do 5 of these before you could do... No, 6 of them? You do a fuck ton of these before you could get your 3rd ascendancy, 4th ascendancy. I'm glad they just made it so you could buy the thing instead. Oh god. Yeah, so this is like the best example of lack of regen is really fucking hindering this build. I actually need to double check the Berserker node because I feel like life recovery rate, it's not just regen. Maximum total life recovery per second from... Oh, it is leech. Okay, well... I don't know. We might need overleech then. I don't know how long leech sticks around. I don't know if that would be worth it. But like we just insta-leech up and then we have no leech anymore, so... It's not kind of where I want it to be. Yeah, when it comes to like the endgame, I'm wondering how many mobs I can get just kind of stacked up on top of me without killing me. And then currently we're going non-vol earth ground slam, whatever. I don't know. Wait, what? I thought they removed invitations. Maybe this is just for the quest? Guess we'll find out. Keep fucking up and not doing that before I actually open the map. Ooh. What was I gonna say? We're gonna take a break after Uber Lab. We'll try it out. I could also see myself dying. Alright, so we already stopped one-shotting shit. I lied. Our damage isn't insane. It's mediocre. I also need to swap off of Fortify support eventually and get a cluster jewel for it.
That's the trail.
I honestly don't have a lot of currency outside of the divine that hit. This league is a little, I mean, obviously coming off of the last league, which was fucking crazy. But, yeah. Ah, lab. There we go. Almost forgot. But again, one more breaks between just chain mapping, which is too much sometimes. Hello? You actually have to have it in your inventory? Archaic. Oh, wait, let me bring... I guess I have a green. We'll burn the phase run. I think some of the most expensive jewels are going to be the arrows for... I think the Armageddon bombardment build bullshit. I'm not going to look up PoE Lab. I'm just going to struggle through this. I think we'll also level up in here, so it won't be too bad. Dude, what is going on? Where'd our damage go? Can't do any damage if the guy rolls. Oh god. Okay. Gold. We're just gonna go forward and figure out where the gold key is from there. Fucking lab, dude. All right, that's not good. Getting frozen there. We definitely could die. And dying in lab is the worst feeling ever. We're gonna die so bad. It's an easy fix. I could just get chill immunity on my flask. I'm just not doing it. Okay, is this the gold's key? No. Okay, cool. I made the right choice. Golden door, mob mentality, life regen. What do I want to prio? I might even want to take off. I'm like regretting the current state of Berserker. Because what I want is Carnage and Warbringer, and that's it. So if we go Juggernaut, we can't get both. But if we go Berserker, then we just have two wasted entire Ascendancy nodes. And going the Fury one, I think, is probably fine, but like the first Fury node, just fuck it, like fuck all, right? Like plus 10 max Fury is basically nothing. And then the next one does actually decent for us, so we may eventually go there. Like thinking about it, I guess I kind of fucked up and I went for the more defensive one first without thinking about how Leech was going to work with our build. So if I had it, which I don't, I might want to actually respec. But there's no point now. I'm gonna put the points towards Fury anyways, get the 10 max Fury, and later we can use 10 regrets and swap the other one over here. We might die here. I really don't want to. Somehow didn't hit this switch. Wait, what? It's open, whatever.
There's a golden key.
2 leagues ago, I went through and did a massive PoE lore binge. And I learned about the game that I'd put so many hours into, but like never knew about the storyline and all that shit. The labyrinth that we're currently in was built for as a way to determine who was going to be the next emperor in this fucking universe. And then in the like inaugural fucking ceremony for it, like the guy who ends up becoming the emperor is a piece of shit who's like really dumb, and he doesn't actually know how to get through the labyrinth, but he just leeches off of some like really smart guy, and the two of them duo their way to the end, and then at the end he stabs the guy in the back. PoE out here teaching you life lessons, dude. Alright, we're gonna die here, 100%.
You are condemned.
This is the first boss fight I can actually test the build on. And I fucked it up. So basically I put my totem down first, which likely procced Impale initially. So next time I gotta do something. I gotta bait out a first attack, and then we'll attack. And then we'll place the War Chief after. I'm a little scared of these bleeds when we don't have, when we're constantly getting slowed. Like, I'm definitely gonna, I've already died to this in like normal lab, merciless lab, one of them, and it felt really bad. Just playing extra safe. Yeah, after lab, I'm gonna chill for a sec, maybe look some items up to buy. See what I'm going to focus on next, and then do a bit more mapping, but definitely going to be a shorter stream. Just wanted to pop it open, see if anybody wanted to stop by, and then get some video recorded. Let's go this way. We chose poorly. What is this? We don't actually want to do this. Where's the exit? What? Wait, what? I'm just gonna run. Yeah, there we go. I was like, where are we supposed to be going? Gotcha. It's all the way fucking outside. I'll check echo prices after this as well. I'm hoping they're gonna go down. Because, again, I don't know who the fuck does slam builds. That was so stupid. That was so dumb. What actually killed me? There was no on death. There's just a fucking caustic ground, potentially. My brain, man. I just automatically go for, what do you call it? Strong boxes. That's my default. Alright. We're gonna chill. I'm not gonna buy, another. We'll eventually get to the doing the lab, but just the reminder that it doesn't actually matter for me at the moment. Oh, there are no echoes of creation being sold. Ah, I see. I see. Our armor could be better. It's actually not in the worst spot. Looking at this though, if we had a chess piece without max life on it, and we just took 15% increased max life with no mods. That would be a massive increase to our build. But the res on it is just way too high to roll off. Don't have any. Oh, we do. We have one searing. I don't know if I'm going to use it now. Upgrade boots, upgrade any of this shit right now. Or let me actually pull it up. Okay. So there are a few regen wheels. I could swap some of these smaller nodes off. Just go here. That's 2% life regen. This is another 3%. So I could go up to 5% life regen. Plus another 50. And then this, once again, this is only from Leech. You do just get a bunch of armor from Defiance, though, which is, I guess, maybe more of the benefit of using this. I don't know if we'll end up doing that long term. Yeah, we got to build up our refund points again. I'm not going to spend chaos on that shit, really. We are going to go up to the jewel. Probably not worth. Definitely regen. I don't think we're going to do wall and low life, although that is something interesting I never thought of. Petrified blood. Low life above 50. These are all just the same. It's just this wheel. So like 4% max life for a single node is fucking crazy, but low life is not super common, but it's something I've kind of always wanted to try out and figure out. So that might be something we poke around with this league. Going for petrified blood plus just a ton of regen. We do eventually have to take this with Glorious Vanity. But yeah, I guess what I'm looking at here now is then how much mana can we reserve? Because we're already taking both of these plus Defiance Banner. My build did have an extra one, but 10%. So like a 10% aura would be 70 and we'd be totally fine right now. But Vitality is not percentage based. It's just flat mana based. And we don't have room at the moment. We'll build towards it though. This one just all around is the strongest regen we can possibly get at the moment. And I mean, let's just actually fucking look for better gear. It's one of those things where like I have the money and people are selling early. I wonder how many Stygian Vices are up. Tons. This shit's insane. Okay. We do have triple res on our current one, though. That's going to be a little hard to replace. Yeah. 5 chaos? I'm not willing to spend this shit. Although it could be. Like, it should be worth it, but maybe I'll land on this one last. If we just look at other pieces first, then we can, I think, maybe not chill out for as much. Life regen armor. Cold lightning, cold lightning. This is basically the same piece we have now, but an open. Yeah, I mean, this is. We take this. We'll be spending like 3 chaos per piece here, I think. There's a few others that are up that look almost identical. One of these actually has Fizz Leech's mana. We don't need it linked. Let's go. What are we gonna put? Probably just armor. We could go Fizz 2 attacks. But what's the point? What's the point of 50 armor? 20% increased. Sure. Resistance is still decent. Bumped up our max life. We're going to do that for the boots now. Because our boots currently have no fucking life on them. I don't remember what the Titan Greaves. There we go. Titan Greaves. Similar situation here, but we actually want move speed. And I kind of want max move speed, so we'll see if we can actually buy that. This is 20 fire, 23 lightning. So if we can get somewhat close to that, which we can. These boots are nasty, just straight up. Pretty pricey, but I'll take it for quality of life. And like basically something that I learned early in SSF trade, if you have money, spend it. Especially on League Start. Don't just hoard it. It doesn't make sense. Can swap one of these over. Oh, not even using Leap Slam anymore. Nice. Yeah, so we just got, I think we lost armor, but got a decent amount of 10% more move speed, and then 78% more life, which translates to around 140% more life. And then overall, we really didn't lose that much armor. And then eventually we can just slam it if we want. And the fact that there was an open suffix for the crafting, like if we need different res early or later, we can just change it. Super good. This item, no, we actually swapped that. I think we're fine for now. We did get a bit of life regen on both items. 62 life is actually decent. This one's obviously fucking irrelevant, but not a whole lot to say. I'm going to map for a little bit more and then call it. But getting into yellows, let's actually just see how far we can push. Quantity, rarity. Oh yeah, and then I haven't actually checked the price of tattoos in this game yet. But if we do end up swapping to Corrupt and Cry, they're gonna need to be fairly cheap. We are currently getting poisoned, and that is what is killing us so quickly. Yeah, poison problem with our build currently. Degens are always a problem. If I don't have flasks up, holy fuck. We also got nuked right there. I might just go... Fuck. I need to go back to town and swap onto the poison Pantheon. Cool. Should make it a lot easier, I would guess. And then anytime we actually use a war cry, we also remove poisons from us, which is super nice. They changed it, I think. I forget what it used to be, but it seems way more consistent this league. Or maybe I just never used it and I was just a bad slam player. But yeah, eventually 4th Vow is going to make poisons a non-issue. Not because of... Oh, I guess it isn't. Sorry, not the 4th Vow. So we're going to go Divine Flesh, and that's what's going to make poisons non-issue. But for now, we just have to deal with that shit. So up next for all of our points, we're currently 79. Probably 79 to 90. They're going to go into endurance charges, life regen, and then eventually, if we can get it, a single cluster for Fortify and Mob Mentality, which is 100% increased armor, as well as more consistent uptime on all of our charges, I think. Although, this is the first league I'm not really spamming War Cries as much. We're doing more of a setup into a one-shot. So it might not actually be worth it to go Mob Mentality. Let's put Leap Slam away. Okay, we have a decent amount of Breach. The goal is to keep moving forward. Go over into this corner. Yeah, okay, that's good enough. You can get 100% Breach if you start here as well. These right here get you 40%, and then these I think right here get you 60, up to 60 eventually. Everything, I'm just gonna keep going forward. I'm not gonna go back and put more at the start. Let's get hardy. I also haven't decided if I'm gonna go Vitality yet, but I think we can fit it in once we get we need a bit more. Let's get fucking bleed going. I need a bit more mana reservation. Like, I don't think we're ever going to go up and take this. We could if we're really stacking endurance charges. It's way easier to do that if you're going staff instead of mace. But if we don't, then our options are just like anoints, and these anoints... I forget where the other one is. Somewhere down here. They're expensive, and I'm not going to get it early, so... Vitality is definitely going to be worth it if I'm going regen. I just don't know how soon I can get it. Also, I need to treat strong boxes as a fucking death wish until we have freeze immunity. Oh shit, our mana. Is this a non-mana leech map? God, I love how insane the AoE on Crown Slam of, what is it? Earth shaking is. You're just hitting shit behind you. One league I actually did a decent amount of dry sea. Pretty big fan of the map. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for mapping later. I feel like I'm a little sick of doing the same map over and over again. I've been doing a lot of strands. There was one that was like a wintery map that I was doing for Delirium that was really good for a bit. And then Delirium prices just dropped to the floor. But that was leagues ago. I don't know. I don't think it's ever recovered. I don't know exactly what changes they made. Yeah, man, looking at it. So I'm going to run to the next pack, and I'm just going to place my totem. And I feel like my totem's going to one-shot. And it just doesn't, like, I don't want to do that. Yeah, so my totem's one-shotting white mobs. It doesn't one-shot blue mobs, but it's still doing, it's like chunking. It's stunning blue mobs. Rares. Rares not so much. But like, I almost just don't want to use War Chief. And I need to figure out a way around it because it's just a flat 20%. Poison on hit again. I just don't want to deal with it. But everything else is fine. Just gotta swap. Cool. We'll go till... Let's see. We'll see how much XP I get in this map. And then maybe go till level 80. And I have not been doing a good job at all of checking up on like how many exerts I still have. I am just kind of casually pressing war cries when maybe I don't need to. So as I play more and more, I'll keep that in mind. Just gonna detonate straight in the center. I'm not seeing anything. No! Alright, we could have bricked the map. We'll find out if I can just move around that. Also, us dying means that, yeah, okay, XP is not going to go well. I won't tie it to XP then. We'll do 3 more maps. For some reason, I haven't gotten a lot of chromes. It's actually kind of annoying early. We're gonna ignore that insane mess that we created over there with the bomb. Oh, interesting. That could be a tech for the slam builds. Just try to make as many maps that have totems in them as possible, because they're really tiny and you can actually fit a bunch in the same density. And they still count as, there's a ton of mobs there too. I don't think it matters. Just feeling strong regardless. Just got to figure out the defenses. How many hits can you take while winding up? God damn it. I gotta... So my issue with War Chief is I keep pressing it. It's not that I have it, because I can use it after I use my slam, but I just don't. I just keep using it first, because that's how you're supposed to do it, but not this time. Oh, we forgot to take Impale as well. Impaler. Right? We don't have it? Yeah, I'm dumb. Alright. Ooh, free. Free unique. Oh yeah, okay, okay. We'll go till 80. We get like 20% in that map. Not having leap slam for this is kind of shitty. Although cooldown on dash is super low actually. Once again, in that fucking PoE zone. Brain turns off as I'm stuck with these fucking garbo mechanics. Dashing from pillar to pillar. Let me out of this hell. Please, let me dash. What are you doing? I know people paid for this map, but eventually you should retire it. Decent XP. And 3 maps? All the exact same map, which we haven't done yet. Unique's pretty good. Yeah. Decided not to go for Unwavering Vision. A little bit regretting it, probably. The drop chance of like really good scarabs at this point in the game is like giga low. So definitely just worth it to rush, probably. I wonder what... I feel like bleed is more common, so my default should be the bleed Pantheon, but, I mean, nothing's happening yet, so... I do wonder how many... or how often there's like a 6-link option from the graveyard. Because this one that I bought, it actually has like an enchant on it, right? So I can only assume it was somebody who made it in the graveyard. I keep placing the totem. I can't not place the totem, dude. What to do about the totem? Because one of the whole ideas of having the totem is for actually proccing the impales on bosses. But maybe I just disable it in maps. I don't know. I feel like we're really not seeing that many breaches. I'm really happy that I kind of skipped out on last league and that we only caught it on the tail ends just because the amount of currency that people were getting was insane. So there's not as much of like a come down for me. I'm just playing PoE again. I wasn't the biggest player of the Wildwoods. Yeah, so far I feel like this build isn't really anything to show off. If I really want to get it to a spot where I'm happy with it and other people might actually want to play it, it's going to be finding a way to get really high, just base movement speed. No way to get slowed, so we might actually take the untiring Forbidden Flame, Forbidden Flesh. I don't know how expensive that shit gets. Figure out the defenses, but it's really more about just like running really quickly, running behind shit, one-shotting things, and then just moving on, moving from pack to pack. And having it be movement and not a blink so you could group shit more easily. Hit the level. I'll chill for a bit, maybe look at what we get. Do a little brief overview of the builds, but feeling really good about it. I can't remember how, like it's been like maybe 4 or 5 leagues since I actually did the older version of the slam, which was way higher attack speed, way higher cooldown on the war cries. That does mean we are kind of missing out on a high cooldown enduring cry. But if we just have a stronger base defense, I don't think it matters. Going for the Giga Breach node. This one is going to get us Hardy, I think. Ooh, we can go Hardy or we can go Impaler. And I kind of want to see if Impaler does anything. Because it won't, right? It won't until I get the gloves. So let's just not. I'll get it later. Alright, we're level 80. This dude's level 80, which means he's been zooming and not dying, whereas I've been dying a fuck ton. The build is not good. No regrets. We'll pull some regrets out eventually. Get this build up and running. We definitely needed to focus more on regen than we were. That was the biggest oversight, I feel like. Otherwise, I'll pull up POB, figure out exactly what I need to target. I think the links that we have are the ones we want to go with. Replacing Brutality, Fortify with Pulverize, and then Ruthless is the optional one that I need to figure out if I want to keep going with. Essentially for bossing every third, you can like set up a third like annihilating attack that just blows shit up. But if you're in maps, I might just want more consistent damage. I haven't decided yet. Also, endgame is Muro Hierarchy with a 6 link and then Fortify on Corrupts. But we'll get there. Anyways, that's going to do it. I'll be streaming randomly, I think. And we'll probably pull this build up later once we get it going, but it's already feeling really strong for what it is. Which is a build that has an attack speed of 0.83. So we attack less than 1 a second. Look at that shit. Look at that shit.